Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to your April 2021 tarot reading with me, Barbara, at Tarot Insight. I've been busy shuffling the cards before I started filming and tuning into your energies to save time. So I've laid everything out already, and now we can go through the cards. So tell me, what have you been busy with today? Knowing you, Virgo, you've been very industrious, I would imagine. Okay, so the first two cards are very kind of work orientated, actually. You've got the Three of Wands, first of all, and then the Two of Wands covering it. So there's some expansive work situation where you're really looking beyond the situation you're in now with ambition. It looks to me like you've got some big choices to make. You're standing between a situation that you know maybe in a current work position, and then looking further beyond at something even more ambitious. In the work situation, you know, you're very able to kind of pay attention to all the details and put the energy in, and you're one of those fixed signs that are able to make plans and carry them out. You know, so you're ruled by Mercury, very clear thinking, planet of communication, logic as well. So I just feel like you've got some interest here that's showing a promotion of some kind, and you're in charge with it, Virgo. So it's quite uh, um, a, a very outgoing energy for you at the moment, okay? In a situation, you'll know what it is, okay? So then you're being recognized as well. We can see that's what's kind of got you feeling confident to expand where you are, what your role is now. You're feeling confident because people are recognizing your talents, your abilities. They're seeing that you're doing a good job, and you pay attention to detail as well. And people like that. Obviously, it shows that you're a dependable energy. So I feel like you're being held up in high esteem by other people, and it feels good. You know, you're working with others as well, and you feel good for being recognized as a great part of the team, and an invaluable source of stability, and pushing forward to make things happen, following plans and things like that. So well done, Virgo. Very industrious. Okay, you already feel this sense with the Ten of Cups. You're coming from a place of emotional fulfillment through this situation. It's giving you this sense of everything feeling oh, I mean, this reading isn't for everyone, but you know, this is for many of you. There's this feeling of contentedness in your work situation, and it's spilling over into the home environment as well. So you just feel like you've got your wish at the end of the rainbow. You know, it's that treasure chest almost, and it's a sense of satisfaction and joy. So I do feel like you've reached some kind of dream or goal in your work situation here, Virgo. You are coming through as the Mercury. It's your energy, Mercury, as well. This is the Magician. You're ruled by Mercury, like I earlier said, the planet of communication, intellect, reason, and teaching. So you possibly are feeling a sense of blooming very well. You know, you're fully blossoming through this work situation and able to harness all of your talents, because the Magician is showing that you have all of the abilities on the table in front of you. You know, there's this practical approach which is balanced by an evenly, you know, an even your emotions are nice and balanced as well. And then intellectually, obviously, we know you've got that in the bag. And then the passion and drive behind that to keep it all, you know, the energy to carry out plans and choices and decisions and things. So even there, you've got the snake. Have you noticed? I've never noticed that before on this deck of cards. The Magician in this deck is shown as wearing a snake belt, and that's known to be about psychic ability as well. I do feel like you're a very tuned in Virgo. You're one that's able to manifest ideas from your dreams and plans and bring them into the physical reality to allow them to become your experience in this lifetime. So really great, and lots of yellow here, gold, hopeful energy, feeling alive and on top of your game, Virgo. Very nice. I do feel like you might be a Virgo with a strong fire sign rising. And we've got water energy here too. So you've got the King of Cups as your transitioning energy. So it's inviting you here to, there is water, strong feeling of, you know, water here in the reading as well, because you've got that Ten of Cups as what we already know. And there's a cup, obviously a prominent cup on the table for the Magician. So I feel like you're tuning into your emotions. You might at times feel a little bit like you're not showing all of your emotions. There might be a sense of that in this reading. You maybe feel like you need to be very on guard. I mean, there's a Pisces fish here, so I feel like some of you have got Pisces influence in your chart. Might be your moon or your rising sign, or strong in your astrological makeup anyway. And the King of Cups, he is somebody who's feels very deeply. You know, you're moved by possibly feeling how other people feel. You might have mood swings as well. You know, if you're a Pisces, I mean, Pisces feel so deeply. It's hard for you to just dip in and dip out again. You can't help but hold on to feelings, and you have deep dreams as well, that possibly motivate your actions that you move forward with. But it's a lovely energy with the King of Cups. So yeah, you're very intuitive using those emotions, but allow yourself to yeah, be grounded, and possibly guard yourself from other people if you feel possibly um you might need to protect your energy. That's what I feel with that card there today. Protect your energy in some way. Save some reserves for yourself and protect yourself, okay? So as you move forward, you've got the Ace of Wands, more fire energy here. Definitely a strong Virgo with fire energy in your chart. So Ace of Wands is exciting. You know, this is about a new opportunity, a new beginning. It makes you feel fired up and virile. It's very, yeah, you're just a passionate Virgo here. It's very, you feel it from the, you know, you feel very connected in an earthy way to whatever's motivating you to move forward. I mean, we already see you've got the Magician there, so you're in control, you're in command, and this is driving you. It's almost like an animal instinct to drive you forward with this new opportunity, a new it's like a promotion, and I feel like you're driving it yourself, Virgo. In your environment, there's this doubt. You've got self-doubt here with the Nine of Swords. So sometimes you might not be sleeping very well at night. Is there something that's causing you some anxiety here, Virgo? I mean, this one is about allowing your intellect to kind of take over, and possibly it's a very busy head. You might have so much on your plate, it maybe feels daunting to think, how am I going to deal with every single task during the day? It just feels like too much for you. With this here, there's some area of feeling overwhelmed with the nines. I mean, there is a sense of seeing, with this, it's about persevering, and sometimes they say with this one it's like one last push. So maybe when you're just about to feel like you can't do anymore, you feel like there's just too much on your plate in some way, maybe you're a victim of your own success, but it's saying one last push with this card. So you're almost there. There's about to be some kind of breakthrough where you're released from feeling overwhelmed in some way. You're almost at a 10 there, okay? So it is a build up of something that's been coming. You know, it's like lots of things being put on your plate, where you just feel kind of like you can't quite get on top of the situation. Maybe it just feels like there's extra things every day being added to your list of things to deal with in this role, or in your everyday life, maybe a combination of factors. But the great thing is with this, you're almost about to be released from it because you're almost at a 10. So stick in there, Virgo, persevere, and you're going to see success, I feel here. Oh, keep that way around. You might have, there's a King of Wands energy here, and this is in the position of hopes and fears. So maybe you're hoping to be seen as, I mean, we saw there's already a lot of fire in this reading. So maybe your underlying feelings are that you want to be seen as the King of Wands, which means that you would like to be in charge. You know, you want to be taken seriously and seen as someone that people look up to and follow in some way, because the King of Wands is about this kind of charismatic leader, somebody who jollies everybody along and gets them on board with charm. You know, it's like a charming energy here. So I feel like, you know, partly that's a fear, thinking, am I going to be able to, perhaps, and just hoping, yes, I want to be seated in my throne, you know, in command of my ambitions, in command of my the role that I'm going to take forward, the route that I want to take forward. I want to be in charge of that. So you're feeling ambitious, which is really nice to see. Okay, and the overlying energy is the Hierophant. So that's an interesting finish to this part of the reading. The Hierophant is about a higher level of understanding in some way. It's about groups of people learning together. Perhaps it's about you being that figurehead that other people will learn from. Maybe I do feel like you possibly are the boss, and that's where you are, maybe in charge of groups of people, and they're looking up to you. Maybe that's where in the past you felt a little bit daunted by it, but you know, have confidence. There's about it's about people following you in some kind of structured arrangement or traditional role that you play in your life. So I do feel that you're the leader in some way here, Virgo, and you often are good teachers anyway because of your logical disposition. So yeah, I think people are following you here, Virgo. So have confidence that you have the ability to be a teacher or be somebody that other people are following and looking to for wisdom and knowledge, because you're able to carry out that kind of role very well indeed. Okay, so we've got some other cards that I've picked here earlier. So this one is the Ritual Mask, and it's about what we both conceal and reveal here. So we can present another face to the world perhaps in some way that you wouldn't perhaps show in everyday life. So there's something about, I do feel like with this position that you're moving into of being in charge and responsible, sort of a figurehead for others to follow, I feel like you're going to have a different persona that perhaps will come out in your through this situation, or through this position that you're going to be in. You're going to find a whole new side of your own personality that you possibly hadn't seen before. You know, it's going to be allowed to blossom and flourish through this new role that you're going to be given. So it's about how you express yourself, your own persona, and how you can really show your own true face to the world. So it's asking you to think about that. You know, how would you ideally like to present yourself? I mean, I think here with the King of Wands, it's inviting you to have the charisma and the charm and the outgoing confidence that the King of Wands always oozes, you know. So that's great. Okay, then we've got the Energy Oracle card, which is about balance as well, and it's about being centered and self-honoring in your choices. So I do feel like you've got your feet on the ground anyway. There's a loving presence with this card, okay? And it's reminding you that there's a strong destiny that's involved in this role that you're about to take on, and also to stay grounded. Okay, so your personal balance of emotional equanimity depends on a solid foundation, like it does with this liquid here in front of the pyramids. There's a picture of liquid light. So things might have in the past not felt like they were very balanced, but there's a sense of a greater equilibrium coming into your life through this role, I feel, Virgo. Okay, so stay conscious on your goals and keep in mind about how to have a balance in your physical and emotional energy, whether it's, you know, needing to have a rest at some points just to take your foot off the gas. Don't overdo it. Some Virgos can be workaholics, so be mindful of that as well, and allow your intuition to guide you in the right direction. And there's peace of mind knowing that there's an angel who will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. And the affirmation here is, I live a balanced and centered life. As I care for myself, the universe cares for me also. So as a figurehead that other people are, you know, following, you're being supported in that role, and especially that you're helping so many other people. The crystal that came out for you is Howlite, and the message with this one is patience and love come from the heart. These are the gifts that I impart. Howlite has a calm, soothing influence that promotes patience and absorbs anger, which is either emitted by you or directed towards you. It will gently realign the mind to a neutral state, which alleviates insomnia. Oh, yeah, that's what's joining up with this one here. You know, at nighttime, feeling that overwhelming feeling. Very advantageous towards bones, teeth, and nursing mothers. I mean, some of you may be, you know, up in the night with family. Yeah, I mean, there is a family feeling partly in this reading. So yeah, but that might be a helpful crystal to have around you if you feel the energy of a soothing crystal during the night. Maybe for a young one if you're getting up, or if it's just from a sense of feeling overwhelmed that's making you not feel able to rest. Let's have a look at a major arcana from this deck as well for you, Virgo. So Virgo energy, who's very ambitious, very successful. Interesting, you've got the fire energy and the King of Wands that you're thinking about, and also the King of Cups. So there's a sense of heating things up here. And then you've got the renewal card, which is connected to Archangel Jeremiah. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. I mean, that almost feels exactly the same as these two at the beginning. You know, you're making a choice about an ambitious direction, which affects the family, it affects your life. Yeah, it's a big big change for you. Some kind of, it's like a new era coming in. Yeah, you may have felt like in the past you were, you know, holding back, but now is a good time, a natural opportunity for you to step into the light and make a decision that brings about positive change in your life. Okay, so this is like a promotion, joining a new group perhaps, or retiring from an old position. So it's like a fork in the road, but a new direction where fresh interest is introduced into your life. So there's some kind of improvement coming in that you're bringing in here. That one goes there. So with that renewal card, okay, let's see if anything from the romance angels for you, Virgo. Thank you so much, Virgo, for those of you who've said you know, subscribed. It's free, by the way, to my channel. It helps me grow. And also thumbs up is wonderful. Thank you so much if you take a second to do that for me. It says let go of control issues, allow this situation to unfold naturally. So yeah, I mean, you might well feel with that sense of being overwhelmed. Maybe it's because you're trying to be involved in every single detail. I mean, Virgos are quite notorious for that. You can often be looking at the small details when actually the larger picture is passing you by. You know, it's always good to be conscious of that. So step back from the situation, allow other people to take up the reins for you, so that you're not being bogged down by every single detail. I mean, it just brings to mind that card of the 10 of wands, or no, the 9 of wands, the 9 or 10 of wands, where the person is just overwhelmed. It's the 10 of wands. Yeah, they're just overwhelmed, trying to carry other people's burdens, taking on too much. So it might be helpful. Let's take another one for romance angels for Virgo for April 2021. Another helpful message, please. Universal energy, thank you so much for this gorgeous reading for Virgo. My intention here is always to raise your vibrations, Virgo, and I love tuning into the universal energy. It's such a, it feels like being plugged into something absolutely euphoric. So I'm hoping through this reading you're feeling the same. Yeah, sending you so much love and light through this reading for Virgo. Virgos who often work so hard and are so responsible for other people and take on so much really. Allow yourself to have some time to rest and give yourself a break. It says give your relationship a chance, and it says work on your partnership. So there might be a sense of there might be something where you, yeah, maybe you felt like it wasn't working. There was something that was just too much for you. You might be wanting to step away from something, but I feel like it's calling on some of you to give it a chance. Maybe by stepping back, somebody else will step up. That might be what it is, because if you're taking on too much, and it's easy to slot into roles where we are the person who does maybe too much of the lion's share, and then the other person just sits back, and there's can be an automatic pattern, can't there? I mean, there's that thing they say, familiarity breeds contempt, and I do feel like that can sometimes be something you fall into, Virgo, where you take the reins, you take control, but then you feel overwhelmed. So it might be a good opportunity to have a refresh, and maybe sit down and start again in some way in a relationship, and have a look at the roles that you both play, and see if there needs to be you know, a sort of designation of tasks, and role reversals in some way, maybe moving things around so other people get a chance to step up and you can concentrate on something else for a change, rather than the dutiful, you know, that repetitively feeling like you have to be so responsible. Give yourself some time off, Virgo. That's what that's saying to me there. Okay, so Virgo, let's just give this a tap to just clear our energies. Gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back again in about a week or so for the next reading, but I'm sending you so much love and light, and I hope you feel the raised vibrations, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you so much. I'm Barbara at Tarot Insight. Love and light to you. Bye for now.